Listening to you from the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get set for Great Plains Athletic Conference basketball between the Dordt Defenders and the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. This will be a women's and men's basketball twin bill, tipping off of the women's game at 6 o'clock and the men's game to follow at about 7:45. In our women's contest today, we find the number 1 rated Defenders, 7-0 overall, 3-0 in the conference, taking on a Dakota Wesleyan team that is 6-2 overall and 3-1 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference and rated number 17 in the nation. Coming up on the Wireless World pregame show, we will have a look at the matchup between these two teams. We'll also have a look at what else is happening in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, and we will check in with the starting lineups. All that comes up on the Wireless World pregame show. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
Go, 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 go.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym. Let's take a look at the matchup between these two teams. Let's begin with Dakota Wesleyan, 6-2 overall, 3-1 in the conference, averaging 72 points per game, giving up 61 points per outing. They are shooting 44% from the field. Opponents are making 36% of their shots. 3-point field goal percentage. Dakota Wesleyan converting 27%, allowing 27% success. They're out rebounding teams 41-31. Turnovers committing 14, getting 14. Emma Yost leads the team with 15.8 points per game. Riley Rosenquist is at 15 points per contest with 5.9 rebounds. Yost is grabbing a team-high 6.4 rebounds per game. And then Avery Broughton is at 11.3 points per game with 5.1 rebounds. For the Dordt Defenders, they are averaging 89 points per game, giving up 62, building a 7-0 overall mark and a 3-0 conference record. They're converting 48% from the field and allowing 35% success. 3-point field goal shooting, 34% for the Defenders, 23 for opponents. Rebounding, Dordt out rebounds teams 50-33. Turnovers, 16-17. Dordt has lowered their season average to 16 turnovers a game. They forced 17 turnovers to contest. Their closest games so far this year, a 3-point win over Dakota State and an overtime victory over Concordia, 94-84 in overtime nearly 2 weeks ago. For Dakota Wesleyan, their losses are to Dakota State and Doane. Their closest wins include a 14-point win over Briar Cliff and a 12-point win over Northwestern. The last time the Defenders played was a win over Concordia on November 23, 94-84. Liv Harrison led the way with 20 points. Macy Sievers had 16 points. For Dakota Wesleyan, their most recent outing was a 79-65 win over Briar Cliff in Mitchell. In that one, Riley Rosenquist led the way with 26 points and 6 assists. Emma Yost had 22 points and 10 rebounds. Let's take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 2 minutes. This is Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more on the Wireless World pregame show in 2 minutes. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sue, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning into the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
We are just about set for basketball. We still have to go through the starting lineups. We'll also tell you how the series between these two teams has shaken out over recent years. The Dordt Defenders have had a fair amount of success in recent seasons against Dakota Wesleyan. Dakota Wesleyan, though, leads the overall series 46-38. Dordt is 12-2 since the 2019-20 season against the Tigers. 6 of the games in that stretch have been decided by single digits, and 2 were decided in overtime. Dordt won the most recent outing on March 2, 2024 in the GPAC tournament, 69-59. Carly Gustafson had 16 points, Macy Sievers 14, Geneva Dong 13 points and 6 rebounds. Dakota Wesleyan was topped by Morgan Edelman with 18 points, and Maya Wilson had 11 points. Shalane Nagel chipped in with 10 points in that loss for Dakota Wesleyan. Let's take a look now at the starting lineups on the Wireless World pregame show for the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. They will start a 6'1" sophomore from Corsica, South Dakota. Number 10, Avery Broughton. She averages 11.3 points per game. Maya Wilson is a 5'4" graduate student from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 4 points per game. She wears number 20. Number 24 is Emma Yost, a 6-foot sophomore from Wagner, South Dakota, averaging 15.8 points per game. Riley Rosenquist is number 32. She's a 5'7" junior from North Sioux City, averaging 15 points a game. And Shalane Nagel is a 6'1" sophomore from Springfield, South Dakota, averaging 9.6 points per game. She wears number 34. For the Dordt defenders, they will start Willow Bleeker, number 2, a 5'9" sophomore from Sioux Center, averaging 9.3 points per game. Macy Sievers wears number 10. She's a 5'8" junior from Storm Lake, Iowa, averaging 15.6 points per outing. Liv Harrison wears number 15. She's a 5'7" sophomore from Lake Crystal, Minnesota, averaging 14.4 points per game. Number 23 is Ellie Lems, a 6-foot sophomore from Sioux Falls, averaging 9.9 points per contest. And number 35 is Janie Van Dong, a 5'10" senior from Hospers, Iowa, averaging 21.4 points per contest. We are set for basketball. Dordt in their yellow jerseys, Dakota Wesleyan in their blues, and Dakota Wesleyan controls the opening tip, and we are underway with basketball. With it out front is Wilson. Wilson spins it out top to Rosenquist. Rosenquist on the drive to the baseline, and she gets bumped out by Janie Van Dong, and Van Dong whistled for the personal foul. That's foul number 1 on her with 9:48 left to go in the first quarter. Throwing the basketball in for Dakota Wesleyan will be Wilson. Wilson to Trigger. Wilson gets the ball inbounded. And driving in with the right hand and finishing at the rim is Riley Rosenquist. Rosenquist with the bucket. And Dakota Wesleyan takes a 2-0 lead. 2-0 our score. With it on the right side is Sievers. Sievers with it out front now. Dribbles out front. Passes right side. Gives it up to Bleeker. Bleeker at the free throw line. Looks for the pass. Gets it away to Harrison. Harrison gets a ball screen from Lems. And we've got a foul on the play called on Dakota Wesleyan. Trying to fight through a screen is Avery Broughton. Broughton whistled for foul number 1. That is team foul number 1 against Dakota Wesleyan. So both teams with an early foul. Sievers inbounds to Lems. Lems spins it left side over to Harrison. Harrison with the basketball. Gives it up Sievers right wing. Sievers beyond the three-point line. Gets a screen from Van Dong. Right corner it goes. With it is Harrison. Harrison at the free throw line. Tries to get going downhill. Lays it up with the left hand. Good. Liv Harrison with a 2-point bucket. We're tied 2-2. Coming back the other way, Dakota Wesleyan with the basketball. They throw it left wing. Passes off to Emma Yost. Yost comes back out front to Rosenquist. Rosenquist against Van Dong. It's going to be a tough matchup for Van Dong. Three-pointer Yost, no good. Rebound taken away by Van Dong. Outlet over to Sievers, off and running. Doesn't have the numbers. Stops. Passes left side. Harrison dribbles down to the baseline. Cut off. Circles around back to the free throw line. Back to Van Dong. Van Dong leans it up. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Rosenquist off the deflection. Pass goes ahead to Broughton. Broughton with the right hand from the left side. Good. Avery Broughton with a 2-point bucket. And Dakota Wesleyan leads 4-2. Sievers brings the basketball up for the defenders. Dordt in the gold jerseys today. They pass it right side over to Van Dong. Van Dong comes back over to Harrison. Harrison throws it into the corner. Bleeker. Bleeker puts it up. Shot no good. A lot of contact on the rebound, and coming away with it is Rosenquist. Rosenquist with a pass up to Broughton. Broughton with it on the left wing. Broughton back out front it comes. This is Nagel. Nagel passes out front Rosenquist. Rosenquist passes right wing. Nagel. Pardon me, that is Wilson instead. Wilson with the three-point attempt. Missed, no good. Rebound Bleeker. Bleeker, Harrison. Harrison comes to a jump stop. Puts up a three from the wing. Missed it, no good. Long rebound taken away by Yost. Yost passes it off to Broughton. Broughton with it on the left-hand side. She gives it off to Rosenquist. Misses, short on the three. Rebound controlled by Van Dong. Van Dong over to Sievers. Sievers up the floor. Sievers splits the defense. Gets it away over to Ellie Lems. Lems with the bucket off the assist from Sievers. Sievers with the assist that time. Dordt trying to get in transition. Pass comes out front. They throw it over to Broughton. Broughton guarded there by Bleeker. Wants the dribble. Drives into the paint. Lems matches up with her. Shot no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Here comes Dordt. Sievers for the basketball. Doesn't have the numbers. She's going to weave her way up the floor. Has it at the top of the key now. Dribbling into the paint. Lays it up with the left hand. Spins it over the glass. Good. Macy Sievers with a 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 6-4. 6-4 defenders. Right-hand side, they go to Yost. Yost gives it up, throws it into the post, comes back out front. This is Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it, tries to drive downhill with the right hand. Backdoor cut that time, and the shot up off of the glass is good for Maya Wilson. Wilson with a 2-point bucket. We're tied 6-6. Harrison with it. Cross-court pass, deflected, taken away by Rosenquist. Rosenquist sniffs it out, takes away the cross-court offering. Comes back right side. They throw it into the post. Yost puts it up off of the glass. No good. Chases down her own rebound. Now it's loose and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Maya Wilson. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt gets the basketball back. We're tied 6-6. And the defenders will walk it up. Dakota Wesleyan will retreat on defense. And Rosenquist will check out of the ball game. Malia Estes checks in. So Estes is in the ball game, and bringing the ball up the floor is Sievers. Sievers with it, directing traffic. Brooke Smith in the ball game for the defenders right now as well. With it right-hand side, Sievers, step back, 15-footer, good. 2-point bucket for Macy Sievers. She's got 4, and the defender lead is 8-6. Right-hand side, it goes over to Wilson. Wilson with the basketball. She passes right wing to Estes. Estes with it at the top of the key, stops. Comes back right side. They throw it into the post. Kick out pass. 3 on the way. Missed, no good. Rebound deflected, picked up. Coming away with it. Out front, they throw it to Nagel. Nagel at the free throw line. Nagel comes back out to Estes. Estes with it on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Pass back over to Wilson. Wilson step back, nothing there. Throws it high post. Orth, 15-footer, missed, no good. And the rebound is taken away by Desta Hogendorn. Hogendorn with the rebound. Pass left side, Smith. Brooke has it, driving in. Smith goes right-hand side, back over to Bleeker. Cross-court swing pass. Smith, open triple, misses, no good. Might have been partially blocked. Rebound taken away by Dakota Wesleyan. And Estes passes it left side, back over. Yost is going to check in at the next break. Pass comes right side. This is Estes. Estes with it on the wing. Dordt with a 2-point lead. 3-pointer up and through for Dakota Wesleyan's Malia Estes. Estes makes it 9-8. Dakota Wesleyan with their third lead of the contest. Weaving her way in again is Sievers. Sievers puts it up, but she is fouled on the play. And Macy will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 as she's fouled in the act of shooting. She has 4 points on a couple of field goals. That foul is charged to Shalane Nagel. That's number 1 on her. Team foul number 2 on Dakota Wesleyan. And free throws on the way for Macy Sievers. First one is up and through. Sievers now with 5. And another one coming. 4:28 left to play in the first period. Second free throw on the way for Sievers. Rattles it, no good, and we're deadlocked at 9. 9-9 our score. Bringing the ball up the floor is Estes. Estes throws it left side. Rosenquist. They're looking down low for Yost. Instead, they come back out front to Estes. Estes crosses over Bleeker. Pass comes right side. Nothing there for Hayes. Hayes thought about the 3. Instead, they throw it over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist down into the paint. Dordt trying to guard Rosenquist with a taller player. Shot in the paint is up and good. A right-handed layup for Dakota Wesleyan. And Wesleyan gets a bucket from Talia Hayes. So Hayes gives Dakota Wesleyan back an 11-9 lead. Throw it right side over to Smith. Smith with the basketball. Brooke Smith with it. She goes left side. Sievers for the lead. 3 short, no good. And the run out now for Hayes. Hayes driving in with the left hand. Scoops it up and good. Talia Hayes makes it 13-9 Dakota Wesleyan. So Wesleyan right now on a 4-point run, back-to-back buckets. With it out front, Bleeker. Bleeker thought about the 3. They cover up quickly. Comes back right side, Lems. Lems, 17-footer, rattles it in. Ellie Lems with a 2-point bucket. She's got 4. And the defenders trail 13-11. Throw it over the top. Brooke Smith tips it away. Coming back the other way, Sievers. Doesn't have numbers. Now she does. 3-on-2. Sievers stops in the paint. Tries to feed it to Hogendorn. Ball's down on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball alternating possession. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt gets the basketball back, trailing 13-11. 2:57 left to play in the first quarter. Dordt down by 2. We've been tied at 2, 4, 6, and 9. Dakota Wesleyan had back-to-back buckets to go up by 4. Dordt trails by 2 right now with the basketball. Out front it goes Harrison. Harrison with a drive into the lane. Puts it up, shot is blocked. And the rebound taken away by Dakota Wesleyan. Nagel with that blocked shot. Back the other way we come with it. Right-hand side Rosenquist. Rosenquist, they throw it into the paint. Spin move in the paint. Short shot up and good. A 2-point bucket for Estes. She's got 5. And the defenders trail 15-11. Right-hand side it goes Harrison. Harrison beyond the right at the three-point line. Lems, right side Bleeker. Bleeker thought about the 3. Rosenquist guarding her closely. Bleeker, nothing there at the elbow. Back over to Harrison. Harrison 3, missed, no good. And the rebound controlled on the weak side by Estes. So Dakota Wesleyan now with a chance to take their biggest lead of the ball game, and they throw it away. Thrown away on the right-hand side near the Dordt bench as they were advancing the basketball. So the defenders trail 15-11. And right now, Dordt electing to let Jeannie Vendong sit for a little while. This has turned into an extended break, and as I say that, up she pops off of the bench along with Macy Severs and Kaylee Davis. Right-hand side, Bleeker, Harrison into the paint. Harrison trying to bump her way in, and she gets called for the personal foul. An offensive foul whistled against Liv Harrison. That's number 1 on her. Team foul number 2 on the defenders. And Dakota Wesleyan will get the basketball back on the offensive foul, so a turnover on the defenders. That's turnover number 2 against Dordt here this evening. 15-11, Dordt down by 4. Bringing the basketball up is Wilson. Wilson has it at the top of the key. Dordt in man-for-man defense, matching up person to person. Pass comes left side over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist, they throw it down into the paint. Nothing there. Now they reverse it back over to Yost. Yost off of the glass, no good. Yost with the basket, off of the glass, good on the putback. Emma Yost with her first field goal. Dordt back the other way, and Harrison with a putback with the short shot. So Dordt back to within 4, 17-13 off the assist from Severs on the pass ahead. 1:20 left to play in the first quarter. Rosenquist, they jam her on the pick. They come back outside Broughton. Broughton with it, and we've got a foul called away from the basketball, and we're going to have a foul called on Ellie Lems. Lems whistled for the personal. That's number 1 on Ellie. Team foul number 3 on the defenders with 73 seconds left to go in this period. Throwing the ball in will be Maya Wilson. Wilson gets it into Yost, and Broughton lost it on the way up, taken away by the defenders. Severs ahead it goes, and led Lems just a little bit too far. Right idea, just passed it ahead out of the reach of Ellie Lems. And Dakota Wesleyan has the basketball back, leading by 4. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Into the front court with the basketball is Maya Wilson. Wilson with it on the wing. Wilson picks up her dribble. Wilson looking. Dordt defending it. They come back over to Hayes. Hayes, three-pointer, good. Talia Hayes with 7 first quarter points. Came in averaging 4.2 points per game. And Dakota Wesleyan has their biggest lead of the ball game at 20-13. Harrison with it. Harrison drops it inside. Vendong. Vendong off of the glass against Broughton. Good. Jeannie Vendong with her first 2. Dordt trails by 5, 20-15. Wesleyan can hold for the final shot of the period. Looks like they'll try to. They'll also have the possession arrow if things hold up to begin the second quarter. With it out front, this is Wilson dribbling it out. Yost setting a screen. Pass out front, Broughton, right side it goes. 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. Rebound down on the floor, picked up by Vendong. Back over to Severs. Desperation 3 after the horn, no good. And Dakota Wesleyan takes a 20-15 lead at the end of the first quarter. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in a minute.
Hi, this is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at GermanFarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. The Dordt defenders with a 20-15 deficit to make up, 10 minutes into the ball game. And so far, Dakota Wesleyan successful from the floor. And that has resulted in them shooting for 50% success. Both teams 50%. Dakota Wesleyan has gotten 4 more shots off from the floor, 9 of 18. Dordt has yet to hit a 3. Dordt 7 of 14 from the field. Both teams with, limited turnovers. Dakota Wesleyan 4 and Dordt 3. Right side it goes. This is Wilson. Wilson looking down low. They throw it into Yost. Yost muscles it up and good. Emmy Yost with a 2-point bucket, and the defenders trail by 7, 22-15. With it on the right-hand side is Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers back out front. Lems to Sievers. Sievers, Lems left side to Harrison. Harrison on the wing, gets a ball screen from Lems, drives the lane, tries to spin, fading away from 10. Good. Liv Harrison with 6, and the defenders trail 22-17. Coming up the floor with the basketball is Rosenquist. Rosenquist comes out front, Nagel. Nagel to Broughton. Broughton wants to go in off the dribble. Gets a lane to the basket, lays it up with the right hand, good. Avery Broughton finishing at the rim. Dordt trails by 7, 24-17. So far, Dordt unable to stop some of the dribble drive by Dakota Wesleyan. Sievers has it out front. Vendong slips the screen. They go over to Bleeker, and Bleeker tries to pass it over to Sievers, and it's tapped away by Maya Wilson. And the Dordt defenders trailing 24-17 with 8:37 left to go here in the first half. Basketball comes over to Sievers. Sievers with it in between the circles. Macy has it on the right-hand side, picks up her dribble, goes over to Vendong. Vendong on the right side, spins, nothing there. Back to Sievers. Sievers with it, shot clock expiring, and Sievers fails to draw iron. And the turnover will give the basketball back to Dakota Wesleyan, and Dordt's going to use a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Grain House, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
Dakota Wesleyan has a 7-point lead, and Coach Bill Harmson has called a timeout. Wants to talk things over with his team here at the DeWitt Gym, trailing by 7. And Dakota Wesleyan will throw the basketball in. This is Avery Broughton. Broughton throws it in. Reminder that our pregame and postgame shows brought to you all season long by Wireless World, your Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Pass goes to Wilson. Wilson backdoor cut Broughton. Broughton with a layup, good. Avery Broughton with a 2-point bucket. She's got 6, and Dakota Wesleyan has their biggest lead of the ball game at 26-17. Dribble penetration by Harrison, and Harrison has it taken away, and here comes Dakota Wesleyan trying to build on the lead. They lead by 9 right now. Dakota Wesleyan basketball, left side Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it at the top of the key. Rosenquist downhill, comes back right side. With it is Wilson. Wilson penetrates, nothing there. Wilson puts it up, and the shot is blocked out of bounds by Sievers. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. It'll be Dakota Wesleyan inbounding right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Well, so far, Dakota Wesleyan has gotten 12 points from their bench. Little bit of a surprise there. They've got a couple of players averaging 4 and 5 points per ball game off of the bench, so they have performed past expectations. And a shot clock violation against Dakota Wesleyan, and Dordt comes away with a defensive stop. Now let's see if Dordt can get a bucket on the other end. The defenders 8 of 16 from the floor so far, and Dakota Wesleyan's done a pretty nice job of defending the Dordt defenders so far in this one. 7:15 left to go in the half. Sievers with it. Sievers backdoor cut for Bleeker, and Bleeker is held on the play by Riley Rosenquist. Rosenquist knew where the pass was going, just a little late in arriving. Gets whistled for the personal foul, does the junior from North Sioux City. Seems like she has saved some of her best games for against Dordt University. Hand off to Sievers. Sievers with it out front. Sievers 3, good. Macy Sievers with the 3. Sievers now with 8. And the defenders back to within 6 at 26-20. Now you're looking for a stop again. Shot in the paint, no good. Shot again, missed, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched by Dordt. And Shalane Nagel that time got inside position, unable to finish on a couple of shots in the paint. But the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by by Dordt. It'll be Dakota Wesleyan basketball. Shalane Nagel to throw it in. Nagel, deep left corner. Comes back out front to and that's Rosenquist. Rosenquist gets it back on the wing, guarded by Schoenhoven. Beg your pardon, Van Dawn. That's going to trip me up most of the year, I'm afraid. Pass right side. They throw it down into the paint. Rosenquist. Dordt brings a double team. Back it goes Wilson. 3 to shoot. Throw it to Yost. Yost throws it away. And we've got another shot clock violation called against Dakota Wesleyan. So a shot clock violation against the Tigers. Dordt will get it back, trailing 26-20. Moments ago, Dordt with their first 3-point bucket of the night. Cut the lead from 9 to 6. Now they get another defensive stop. The turnover on the shot clock violation, the second in a row by Dakota Wesleyan. And Dordt will have the basketball. Right side it goes. Hogendorn. Hogendorn free throw line. Left side Bleeker. Bleeker looking. Bleeker cross-court pass is tipped away, and Dakota Wesleyan athletic enough that they can get out, and Broughton is listed 6'1". She's playing on the she was playing on the wing that time, and she was able to reach up and tip that ball away. Pass goes in. Sievers. Sievers with it on the right-hand side. Macy to the free throw line. Hesitates. Throws it left corner. Smith. Comes back over to Lems. Lems driving in. Lems puts it up. Shot is blocked, and the rebound controlled by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan with the basketball, so they say that they secured the rebound before the turnover. With it on the right-hand side, it comes over to Rosenquist. Rosenquist with it. Rosenquist with it on the wing. Riley Rosenquist back out front. It comes Nagel. They throw it down underneath, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Dakota Wesleyan. Well, Dakota Wesleyan's last 3 possessions have resulted in turnovers. For the defenders, their last possession resulted in a shot getting blocked. Defense is settling in right now. Dakota Wesleyan averaging 72 points per game. Dordt 89 points per contest. With it out front, driving in is Hogendorn. Hogendorn finishes in the paint. Desta Hogendorn off of the dribble. Dordt trails 26-22. Rosenquist with the basketball on the wing. Rosenquist comes back out front. Hayes. Hayes right side Broughton. Broughton with the basketball. Broughton passes high post. Yost. Yost right side it comes. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound Lems. Lems over to Sievers. Sievers up the floor. Sievers into the corner. Bleeker. Bleeker 3. Missed it. No good. Rebound deflected. Picked up by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan with the basketball. 26-22. Wesleyan leading. Into the front court with it is Hayes. Hayes on the wing. Hayes goes back out front, Rosenquist. Rosenquist content to dribble right now. She takes it in against Lems, ducks in and shoots it out of bounds, blocked on the play. So the defenders block it out of bounds. I'm not sure if they will officially rule that a shot attempt or not. Doesn't look like it. Dakota Wesleyan with it, 26-22. They're up by 4. Right side of the lane as we face the hoop. They'll throw it in. They get it inbounded, and the short shot missed by the backup post player, Orth, 6'3 freshman from Alpena, South Dakota. On the weave into the lane is Sievers, into the corner. Bleeker, another 3. That one's off the heel, no good. Bleeker with a couple of 3s from the corner, one from the right, one from the left, unable to knock either down at this point. Got to get one of those to go sooner or later. Nagel with it. Nagel has the dribble out front. Instead, that's Estes. Throw it into the post. Orth, right side. 3 on the way. Miss, no good. Weak side rebound, Smith. Here comes Dordt in transition. Long pass ahead to Lems, and Lems saves it into Smith. No, she stepped on the end line out of bounds. So Dordt trying to press the issue. You can tell that that is the game plan. But at the same time, they have thrown it long a couple of times and turning it over. That's at least the second time we've seen a pass over the top, a little bit out of the reach of the intended receiver. Wesleyan over the basketball. Throw it left-hand side. Hayes off the dribble. Hayes spins it in, and she is fouled on the play. Hayes with 9 first-half points, and she's shooting for a season high right now with a trip to the free throw line. Hayes, a junior from Sioux Falls, came into the game averaging 4.2 points per game. Extends the lead to 28-22 pending a free throw. Free throw on the way for Hayes, rattles it in, and it's back to a 7-point difference, 29-22, and Hayes matches her season high. Right-hand side it goes Vendong. Harrison with the basketball. Harrison dribbles it off of her leg, picks it up, gets it back over to Vendong. Vendong against Yost, shot no good. Rebound Lems, and Lems is fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Dakota Wesleyan and Shalane Nagel. Nagel picks up foul number 2. Team foul number 2 on Wesleyan in this quarter. Dordt has been outscored 9-7 here in the second quarter. Brooks Smith with the basketball, left side. Harrison in the corner, 15 to shoot. Harrison hesitates, drives, right side, a little bit of contact. Puts the short shot up, missed it, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan over the basketball, left side Broughton. Broughton into the paint, spins, puts it up, blocked by Lems. Might have been a foul, no call made. Rebound taken away by Harrison. Harrison for the basketball. Harrison hesitates, drops it off inside. Vendong, Smith, pull-up jumper, good. Brooks Smith with the head fake, went airborne and then dribbled before she came back down to stay alive. And now the defenders trail by 5. They throw it into Yost. Shot blocked by Lems, and I think that might be a makeup call from the last possession. Lems might have gotten away with one earlier. That time, Yost able to spin, shot over what would be the inside shoulder. Shot with the inside shoulder, draws the foul, and Emma Yost will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's got 4 points so far, averaging 15.8 points per game. She's the leader for Dakota Wesleyan, coming off a Freshman of the Year award last season. First free throw by Yost is good, 79% free thrower. Second free throw on the way is up, and that one is good as well. She's got 6, and the defenders trail by 7. 31-24, like to get a little bit of a run here for the defenders. Vendong with it, driving in right side. Throws it back over to Sievers. Sievers double pump, a lot of bodies on the floor around her, and looked like she got concerned with that. Rosenquist throws it left-hand side. Comes back over to Estes. Estes into the post. Yost puts it on the deck. Kick out pass. Long 2. No good. Rebound taken away by Harrison. Harrison has numbers. One player to beat. Harrison drops it off to Vendong, trailing. Sievers with it out front. Sievers with it on the right wing. 2 minutes remaining in the half. Vendong puts it up, and she is fouled on the play. Foul's going to go on Broughton. That's foul number 2 on Broughton. And that'll draw the attention of Dakota Wesleyan, and that's a situation where you wish that the official underneath the basket had actually made the call rather than the wing official, but the wing official making the call, and Janie Van Dong will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It may have been a foul, it may not have been, but it was called, 31-24. As I say so many times, mine is not the opinion that matters. Second free throw on the way by Van Dong is up and through, so she makes 1 of 2. She's got 3. Defenders got to get her jump started somehow. 31-25, defenders down 6, need a stop here. With it out front is Wilson. Wilson with the basketball. Wilson passes it off to Estes. Estes, baseline jumper, missed it, no but good. Nobody goes for the rebound, and the putback is good. Maya Wilson with a putback over the missed shot, and defenders trail by 8, 33-25. With it out front, Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers throws it into the corner. Harrison. Harrison back over right side on the way. 3, good. That's Ava Lingaman with the 3-point bucket, the freshman from Ethan, South Dakota. And the defenders are back to within 5, 33-28. So Lingaman getting some minutes here in the first half as Dordt tries to find a hot hand. Somebody to knock down a 3 or 2. Yost puts it up in traffic, but a foul on the play. Foul's going to go on the defenders and Macy Sievers. That's number 1 on her, and Yost will go to the free throw line. Yost is 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. Dakota Wesleyan as a team, 3 of 3. The defenders 2 of 4. Neither team has had a lot of chances from the free throw line tonight. Yost, free throw, good. Yost has been pretty efficient. 7 points on 5 shots. Second free throw is up and good, so Yost makes both free throws. She has shot 56 free throws now this season through 8+ games. Defenders trail by 7. 35-28. Sievers inside, answers with a 2. And the defenders trail by 5 again, 35-30, under a minute to go in the half. Left side pass, Wilson. Wilson puts it on the deck, ball's down on the floor, picked up. 3, off the heel, no good. Rebound, Hogendorn. Hogendorn had Sievers, now finds her on the second chance. Sievers gets whistled for a double dribble. Thought maybe a Dakota Wesleyan player had reached in and touched it. The official ruled that she did not. And the turnover on Sievers on the double dribble. So Dakota Wesleyan will get it back. About a 10-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Dakota Wesleyan over the basketball. This is Wilson. Wilson passes right-hand side. They throw it down into the post, and it's taken away by Hogendorn. Here comes Dordt. Sievers fouled in the backcourt. That's going to go against Talia Hayes. And Talia Hayes is whistled for her first. Team foul number 4 against Dakota Wesleyan in this period. So Dordt not in the bonus yet. Harrison has it across half court. Liv Harrison with the basketball. Dordt might hold for the final shot here. Harrison with it, dribbling on the left-hand side. Sievers is in the corner. They throw it. Back over to Hogendorn. Sievers sets up. 3, got it. 3-point basket for Macy Sievers. She's got 13. Dakota Wesleyan in the backcourt. Desperation triple is on the way. Off the mark. No good. Too strong. And the defenders have fought their way back to within 2 at halftime. Dakota Wesleyan 35. Dordt 33. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in Sioux Center, Iowa in 2 minutes.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value in growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? If you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours and hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com, on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
It's 35-33. The Defenders trailing Dakota Wesleyan. And we will get synced up here with KIHK Radio shortly, and then we'll get to the numbers and some highlights. So go ahead and get ready with the highlights back in the Dordt Media Network truck. We are back at halftime. The Dordt Defenders trailing Dakota Wesleyan in women's basketball 35-33, and this one has lived up to billing thus far. Matchup of teams in the top 20, and in the Great Plains Athletic Conference, you get one of these about every other night, it seems like, with 4 or 5 teams in the top 25 or receiving votes. The Dordt Defenders trailing Dakota Wesleyan 35-33. Let's go ahead and run the highlights on the Dordt Media Network. We'll recap the first half. Dakota Wesleyan had early leads of 2-0, 4-2. Dordt actually grabbed the lead, and then Macy Sievers got going from the field, made a couple of threes. Dordt as a team made 3 threes. Took them a while to get their first one to go. The big challenge for the Defenders has been stopping Dakota Wesleyan getting into the paint and finishing at the rim. Dordt got a nice lift, though, from Ava Langeman with a 3-point bucket, the 5'4" freshman from Ethan, South Dakota, trying to find her way as a freshman, and she got some early minutes tonight and helped Dordt cut the lead from what was 9 at one point. It was 26-17. Dakota Wesleyan by 9. And the Defenders had to use a timeout. They were able to get as close as 2 right before the half on a 3-point basket by Macy Sievers, and that's where we stand right now. The bulk of the numbers: Dordt 14 of 27 from the floor, 52%, 3 of 9 on threes, 33%, 2 for 4 on free throws, 50%. Dordt, something that we haven't said much of, or I don't know that it has happened up to this point this season. Dordt's been out rebounded 21-12. Turnovers: Dakota Wesleyan 8, Dordt 6. The Defenders led unofficially by Macy Sievers with 13 points. Liv Harrison has 6, 4 for Ellie Lems, 3 each for Jeannie Van Dong and Ava Langeman, 2 each for Brooke Smith and Desta Hogendorn. For Dakota Wesleyan, 8 points for Emma Yost, 10 for Talia Hayes, 6 for Broughton. That's Avery Broughton. 2 for Riley Rosenquist. They've held her in check for the most part. Maya Wilson has 4 points. 5 points for Malia Estes off the bench. And Hayes has her team high 10 off the bench. So those two combining for 15 points. Normally that group averaging, those 4 players that play the bulk of the minutes off the bench for Dakota Wesleyan, they average about 13 points per game. They've got 15 so far tonight. Other miscellaneous numbers, Jeannie Van Dong with 3 rebounds, 2 rebounds each for Limbs and Sievers, and 2 for Desta Hogendorn. Yost has 5 rebounds for Dakota Wesleyan. Rosenquist and Nagel have 3 each. Broughton has 2. Macy Sievers with 3 assists. Liv Harrison has 2. Let's take another 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a rundown of what else is happening in the Great Plains Athletic Conference this evening right after this 2-minute timeout.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
See Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Scores from around the league as we pencil things out and take a look at standings at the same time. Northwestern leads Waldorf 49-23. That's a game being played in Forest City tonight. Hastings all over the College of St. Mary's 65-20. Hastings entered 2-1 in the league, CSM 0-4. Morningside a 42-29 lead over Concordia at halftime. Morningside 2-2 in the league, Concordia 3-1. And Doan's up by Baker's dozen over Mount Marty. Mount Marty right now 0-4 in the conference. Doan is 2-1. And in this one, the Dordt defenders trailing Dakota Wesleyan 35-33. Wesleyan 3-1 in the conference. Dordt 3-0 up to this point. Earlier today, NAI National Championship Volleyball. GPAC representatives, Northwestern defeats William Carey 3-1. Concordia defeats the Masters 3-1. And Eastern Oregon, a winner over Midland, 3-1. Northwestern and Concordia will now have a day off. They're the number 1 seeds in their respective pools. They will next play on Friday against Northwestern plays Montana West. And Concordia will face Mount Vernon Nazarene. Midland in a must-win situation, and they do not control their own destiny. They need a win over IU Kokomo tomorrow afternoon, and then they need IU Kokomo to upend Eastern Oregon to force a 3-way tie in that 3-team pool. But right now, Midland on the outside looking in. They do not control their own destiny. Football on Saturday, playoffs. Northwestern is at Grandview. Morningside's at Western Montana. And in women's and men's basketball, the Dordt defenders are at Mount Marty this Saturday in GPAC action. We'll get underway at about 2 o'clock for the women's game and the men's game to follow at about 3:45. Let's take another 2-minute break. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 2 minutes.
Hi, this is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Englenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Englenhoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lamar's. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. (35-33), the defenders trailing Dakota Wesleyan at halftime of this Great Plains Athletic Conference women's basketball game. We told you about the other games happening in the conference tonight. We recapped those scores. Coming up on Saturday, basketball games in the conference include Briarcliff at Concordia, Morningside is at Midland, Waldorf is at Doane, Dakota Wesleyan is at Hastings, Dordt is at Mount Marty. Coming up in terms of Dordt athletics for this week, the remainder of this week, the Dordt hockey team is in action on Friday night, and then they will play on Saturday in Omaha. The track and field team sending athletes to Brookings, South Dakota on Friday night for a meet hosted by South Dakota State University for indoor track and field. And then we've got basketball this Saturday, Dordt at Mount Marty in GPAC play. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the second half of play from the DeWitt Gym in 30 seconds. This is Dordt basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here. (35-33). It'll be Dordt basketball to start the second half, so the defenders able to turn their final possession of the half into points. And now we'll have the basketball. Man throwing it in will be Liv Harrison. So Harrison to trigger it in, and the Dordt defenders with the basketball trying to tie or take the lead. Sievers goes over to Van Dong. Van Dong at the top of the key. Backdoor cut. It goes Sievers off of the glass. Too strong. No good. And Lems got tangled up on the rebound. Now Lems gets the loose basketball. Tipped away, Severs comes up with it. Severs down to the baseline, right side Harrison. Harrison into the paint. Harrison, nothing there against Yost. Tried to pass out of it and turned it over. Taken away, Van Dong. Van Dong on the defense. Riley Rosenquist misses the shot in the paint. And the rebound cleared by the defenders and Severs. Severs stops. Right side Harrison for the lead. In and out, no good. Rebound, Lems. Lems had it, just unable to control it and bring it back in. And the Dordt defenders, a couple of offensive possessions where I'm not sure they got what they wanted. The three by Harrison from the wing, just in and out. And Dakota Wesleyan gets the basketball back. Dordt turned it over on their first possession of the half. Dakota Wesleyan returned the favor, though. Riley Rosenquist with it on the wing. Rosenquist back out front. They throw it down low, and the weak side help taken away by Severs. Severs off and running. Severs weaving her way through the defense. Into the paint. Nothing there. Bleeker. Bleeker on the right wing. Doesn't pull the trigger. Inside it goes to Van Dong. Van Dong working in against Nagel. Shot no good, but she is fouled. And Shalane Nagel has just picked up her third personal. So foul number 3 called on Nagel. Van Dong will go to the free throw line to try and tie it here with a couple of free tosses. Checking into the ball game for Dakota Wesleyan is Hayes. Checking out will be Nagel. So Nagel, given the task of guarding Van Dong, has picked up 3 personal fouls, so she's got to navigate some foul issues. First free throw by Van Dong, no good. The defenders have trailed since Wesleyan took the lead at 11-9. Free throw up, free throw down. Actually, Wesleyan led at 9-8, never relinquished the lead as it was tied at 9 and then built the lead to as many as 9. Van Dong makes 1 of 2 free throws. It's 35-34. Out front with the basketball, Broughton. Broughton throws it left side, Rosenquist. Rosenquist guarded there by Van Dong. She throws it into the post, Yost. Yost spins out of the double team, throws it cross court over to Hayes, and Hayes' shot is good. Count the boop, and she is fouled. So the 2-point bucket for Hayes, and a foul on the play called on Severs. That's number 2 on Macy. And Talia Hayes with 12 points already, now has a season high. Trying to extend the lead back to 4. Free throw is up, and it hangs on the rim and falls through. 3-point play for Hayes. She's got a baker's dozen. Dakota Wesleyan leads 38-34. With it on the right-hand side is Severs. Severs at the top of the key. Nothing there. Severs into the corner, Harrison. Harrison Lems. Lems in the paint. Shot no good. Rebound controlled by Broughton. And now, a travel violation called against Broughton. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt basketball, throwing it in will be Harrison. Harrison to toss it, gets it into Severs. Severs with it. Severs high post to Van Dong. Van Dong to Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Bleeker comes back over to Harrison. Harrison with it downhill. Harrison's going to be called for an offensive foul. Liv whistled for the personal foul, extended that forearm. And Liv Harrison, a couple of offensive fouls so far today, and that's 5 turnovers on Liv, and she's going to check out of the ball game and have a little time to think about it. I did not realize that her turnover numbers had climbed that high in this one. 38-34, defenders down 4. That's been the difference. Dordt has turned it over at critical times tonight. They've shot it okay. And Langeman is into the ball game. Ava Langeman played a couple of minutes at the end of the first half. Draws some early minutes here in the second half. Down to the baseline with it. This is Wilson. Wilson back out front, Hayes. Hayes on the move around Langeman. Lays it up, right hand good. Talia Hayes, the difference maker so far today. She's got 15, a season high 15. Previous season high was 10. And Severs has the basketball, so the lead has grown back to 6 after it was 1. Lems spins, puts it up, blocked by Broughton. Rebound taken away by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan over the basketball. Wesleyan up the floor, stutter step out front. They throw it down into the paint, and a push called on Janie Van Dong. So Van Dong picks up foul number 2. That is team foul number 3 on the defenders in this period. Desta Hogendorn is going to check into the ball game. Ellie Lems will check out. Still got time, but defenders made a charge. Wesleyan answered it. Now Wesleyan's got the basketball. Wilson to Broughton. Broughton stepped through. Layup, right hand, good. She's got 8. Back to an 8-point ball game, so 7 unanswered by Wesleyan. Out front with it is Sievers. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Dordt will use their second timeout of the ball game. 6:45 left to go in the third period. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's Dordt Media Network broadcast, brought to you by Cruise & Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. 42-34, defenders trailing by 8, 6:45 left to go. Here in the third period, Dordt had the lead down to 1 after a free throw by Jeannie Vendong. Wesleyan has responded with 7 in a row. Now the defenders are inbounding. Dort's got to get jump started here somehow. Sievers throws it into Hogendorn. Hogendorn over to Bleeker. Bleeker with it at the top of the key. Right side it goes Sievers. Back to Vendong. Vendong spins into the paint. Nothing there. Working against Yost. Right hand side Bleeker. Bleeker in the corner. Out front. Hogendorn 9 to shoot. Pass tipped and taken back by Dakota Wesleyan. They tried to pass it over to Langeman. And the ball is tapped away, and Wesleyan comes away with another turnover. That's the 9th turnover against the defenders this evening. Pass left side, they throw it over to Hayes. Hayes on the right wing, Rosenquist. Rosenquist down to the baseline. Rosenquist cut off, looking. Now gets it to Yost. Yost with it, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Shot in the paint, no good by Broughton. Rebound Broughton, shot no good, rebound Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball for the defenders, goes over to Sievers. Sievers with it on the left-hand side. Macy testing the waters, brings it back to the top of the key. Throws it into the corner, Bleeker. Bleeker entry past Hogendorn. Hogendorn against Broughton. And Hogendorn is fouled on the play by Broughton. Avery Broughton has just picked up her 3rd personal. And Coach Jason Christensen for Dakota Wesleyan up off of his seat, asking for a similar call on the other end. And so Desta Hogendorn will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. She's got a couple of points so far on a field goal. Free throw off the mark, no good. Well, this has been an ongoing battle for Desta so far this season. 4 of 16 from the free throw line. Would like to see that improve, obviously, because she's going to draw fouls as her career goes along. Second free throw missed off the heel, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan with the basketball. Wesleyan pass left side over to Broughton. Broughton with it. Broughton to Wilson. Wilson in between the circles. Wilson gives it up. Right side. Now comes back on the wing to Hayes. Hayes, Broughton, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Wesleyan's been pretty adept at taking it down to 10. They throw it into the post with a left hand. Missed shot, no good. A rebound taken away by Harrison. Harrison with it. Liv Harrison up the floor. Liv Harrison hands it off to Brooke Smith. Brooke with it. Brooke looking for the pass. Gets it right side back over to Harrison. 17 to shoot. And Harrison's post-entry pass is taken away, trying to feed it underneath to Hogendorn. Wesleyan leads by 8, 42-34, 4:51 left to go in the quarter. Third period of play, Dakota Wesleyan in control, leading by 8. They'll dribble it out front. Now look for the post-entry pass. Throw it to Rosenquist in the right corner. This is Wilson, 8 to shoot. Wilson back right side. Hayes, throw it over the top, ball deflected out, last touched underneath by Dordt. It'll be Wesleyan basketball. And Dakota Wesleyan will throw it in left side of the lane as we face the hoop with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson throwing, Wilson looking, and the pass to no one in particular. Shot off of the glass, no good. And a shot clock violation whistled against Dakota Wesleyan. And the defenders with the basketball after the turnover. Wesleyan with 12 turnovers, but they've made up for it with a 27-15 rebounding edge. They have hit the glass hard tonight. Pass goes to Hogendorn. Hogendorn on the right elbow. Hogendorn back to Brook. Brook into the paint with the left hand. Too strong, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It will be Dakota Wesleyan basketball. Well, the defenders just a half a tick off. Just haven't been able to get firing tonight. Much of that due to Dakota Wesleyan. Defensively, really hampering the defenders. Yost into the paint, and she travels with it. Jason Christensen has been at Dakota Wesleyan a while. He's got over 300 career wins. Also has a national championship to his credit. Sievers brings the ball up. Macy with it. Goes high post. Hogendorn. Hogendorn to Bleeker. Bleeker. Hogendorn. 18 to shoot. Left side Sievers. Sievers into the paint. Sievers spins. Puts it up in traffic. Shot no good. Rebound by Hogendorn, unable to follow the missed shot, and the rebound is controlled by Dakota Wesleyan. Here comes Rosenquist downhill. Her shot off the glass, no good. Rebound cleared by the defenders and Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers bumped at midcourt, gets a lane to the hoop now. Tries to drop it off and dribbles it out of bounds. It'll be last touch by Dordt. It'll be Dakota Wesleyan basketball. Well, the physical nature of this has turned into the favor of Dakota Wesleyan. A lot of bumps happening both ways, but Dakota Wesleyan a little bit more built for that. And so far the game has been played to their liking. 42-34, they've got an 8-point lead. With it out front is Estes. Estes throws it left side. Wilson looks into the paint. Wesleyan will be content to take some time here. Yost comes back. Elbow jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers with her 5th rebound. Here come the defenders. Macy with the basketball. Dordt down 8. The good thing is Dordt still got time to fix it. Bad thing is you're down by 8, and we've got a blocking foul called on Dakota Wesleyan. So the foul called on Maya Wilson. That's number 1 on her. Team foul number 3 on Wesleyan. Both teams with 3 fouls, so both teams yet with a foul to give before the opponent is in the bonus. Right side it goes Smith. Smith underneath Hogendorn. Hogendorn's pass is taken away. Wesleyan gets an arm on it. Rosenquist with it. Rosenquist, they throw it down low, and Hogendorn's going to be called for a personal foul. It's foul number 1 on Desta. Team foul number 4, guarding Avery Orth. 42-34, defenders down 8. Need a little run here at the end of the 3rd period. Got to get it back within reach. Wesleyan throwing it in. Tigers throw it away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Wesleyan. It'll be Dordt basketball. Well, Wesleyan has been content to keep the possession numbers down and the shot numbers down as well. Dordt 14 of 34 so far from the floor. Into the front court is Sievers. Sievers, high post, Van Dong. Van Dong hands it off to Brooke Smith. Been a while since Dordt got a good shot. Right side it goes Bleeker. Into the post, Van Dong. Van Dong, Lems. Lems, one dribble, done. Back over to Bleeker, 10 to shoot. Into the corner, Smith. Smith, ball fake, and throws it away. Dort's passing up open shots right now. And with 2:03 remaining in the quarter, the Dordt defenders are going to call a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in a minute.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
Work. The defenders trail 42-34. Dordt scored on a free throw to start the half and have not scored since. And their shot attempts have been severely limited as well. Their last field goal came with 6 seconds left in the first half on a Macy Sievers three-pointer. The defenders have been out-rebounded 29-18. It doesn't take long to figure out where it's happened. They've been out-rebounded. Turnovers about even. Shooting difference is negligible. And Riley Rosenquist, 15-footer in Wesleyan, has their biggest lead of the ball game at 44-34. So Riley Rosenquist with a 2-point bucket. She's got 4, and the defenders need a basket. Sievers out front with it. Sievers picks up the dribble, passes it over to Van Dong. Van Dong right side. Comes back to Lems. Lems on the right elbow. Ellie looking inside. Comes back over to Brooke Smith. Smith with it. Gets around her player. Lays it up with the left hand. Good. Brooke Smith with 4, and the defenders trail by 8, 44-36. With it on the left-hand side, they throw it. This is Hayes. Hayes with it on the right wing, back over to Estes. Estes gives it up. Rosenquist. Dordt dives down for the double team. Kick out into the corner, 3, in and out, no good. Rebound taken away by Van Dong. Here's Sievers. Sievers into the front court. Sievers on the left wing, thought about driving. Instead, passes right side to Bleeker, and Bleeker is fouled on the play. That's going to be foul number 4 on Wesleyan. Talia Hayes whistled for her second personal foul. Here in the third period, Dordt is 1 of 8 from the floor. 1 for 4 on free throws. They're 3 of 8 as a team from the free throw line. Desta Hogendorn left side over to Harrison. Harrison with it. Comes left side Bleeker. Bleeker throws it into the post. Van Dong. Van Dong against Yost. Puts it up, and we've got a foul call. And free throws on the way for the defenders. That foul is going to go against number 24, Emma Yost, her first. Yost has not scored here in the second half. Van Dong has a free throw to her credit here in the second half. She's 2 for 4 for the night. And now 3 of 5. She's got it down to a 7-point ball game now. 40.5 seconds remaining here in the third period. Second free throw is going to be too strong, no good. Rebound taken away by Hogendorn. Hogendorn with it. Dordt can cut it down even further here at the end of the quarter. 13 on the shot clock. Sievers with it out front. Sievers looking. Throws it into the post. Hogendorn. Hogendorn over the glass. Count the hoop, and she is fouled. Talia Hayes whistled for the personal foul. Hogendorn's basket is good. She's got a 3-point play opportunity coming with 26.1 seconds remaining in the period. So Ellie Lems will check into the ball game. She'll go for the shooter. And let's see if Desta Hogendorn can knock down a free throw. 0 of 2 tonight. Free throw for the freshman from Rock Rapids. That one looks good. 3-point play for Hogendorn. And the defenders are backed over then 4 somehow. 44-40. Dakota Wesleyan basketball. Bringing it up is Wilson. Dordt does not have a foul to give in this situation. Wesleyan takes it across the timeline, half court, and stolen away by Sievers. Sievers with it, and Sievers is fouled on the play, and Macy will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Dordt able to throw the trap on at half court, and it'll be free throw time for Macy Sievers. Dordt was down 10 not that long ago. 6 unanswered. Now 2 free throws on the way for Macy. Foul on Wilson is her second. Wesleyan's got 2 players. Make that 3 players with 3 fouls each. First free throw by our Macy Sievers is good. She's got 14. And another one on the way. Second free throw coming for Macy Sievers is up and good, and it's a 2-point game, 44-42, 15.2 seconds remaining. That's left to go in the quarter. Bringing the basketball up is Rosenquist. Rosenquist cross-court pass, tip, taken away by the defender. 6 seconds left, it's at half court. Back over to Sievers. Sievers with it, 3. Now it goes Van Dong. Van Dong floats it up on the rim, no good, and that's the end of the quarter. Dakota Wesleyan 44, Dordt 42. Somehow we end up back at a 2-point difference. That's where we were at halftime. Put another 10 minutes up on the clock. We'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute. This is Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in a minute. But we ended up back at a 2-point difference. Starting the fourth quarter, Dordt was down 35-33 at the half. Got it down to 1 at 35-34. Wesleyan scored the next 9 to go up by 10. Dordt scores the final 8 of the period. And that's where we're at, 44-42. Back to 0 in terms of fouls as well. Dordt turning up the defensive pressure. They get the ball inbounded. Broughton throws it right side. With it, Nagel. Nagel playing with 3 personal fouls. They throw it out front. Rosenquist gives it up. Over to Maya Wilson. Broughton. 3 in and out, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Dordt on the jailbreak. Here comes Sievers. They've got numbers. Spins it back to Van Dong. Van Dong drops it off for Ellie Lems. Off of the glass, we're tied. 44-44, Ellie Lems with a 2. She's got 6. Dordt bringing a trap. Back over to Broughton. Broughton with the basketball. Broughton. Bleeker on defense. They drop it off. Nothing there for Yost. Yost back over to Broughton. Dordt trapping the ball whenever they can. They throw it back to Yost. Yost underneath. Nagel. 3-pointer. Left wing. Good. Silencing the crowd is Maya Wilson with the 3. And the Dordt defenders trail 47-44. With it out front, Sievers, Lems looking back over to Bleeker. Bleeker loses it on the dribble, and the turnover back to Dakota Wesleyan. Wesleyan, long pass into the front court, and the shot is up on the rim. Count the hoop, and Maya Wilson will go to the free throw line to try and complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. And just like that, Dordt ties it at 44. Wesleyan gets an open 3. And then a run out where Dordt doesn't stop the ball. And that is foul number 3 on the defenders, Ellie Lems. Wilson, free throw, missed it, no good. It's a 5-point ball game, 49-44. Last 5 points for Wilson. Sievers has it, 8:35 remaining. Pass left side, Van Dong. Van Dong, right side. Sievers, 3, missed, no good. Weak side rebound corralled by Rosenquist. Rosenquist with the basketball, throws it ahead over to Wilson. Wilson with it on the right wing, picks up her dribble, looking. Pass comes back out front. Left side it goes. This is Rosenquist. Dordt shows the double. Now she's caught up in the air, throws it left side, Broughton. Broughton with the basketball. Broughton comes back to Rosenquist. Rosenquist trying to get around Van Dong, splits the defense, leaner, no good. Rebound fought for, and we've got a shot clock violation called on Dakota Wesleyan. Dordt will get the basketball back. Lems is out, checking back in is Hogendorn. 49-44, defenders down 5. And the defenders got an open 3, missed it on their last possession, also had a turnover. Harrison, right side, Sievers with it on the right wing. Sievers underneath it goes Vendong. Vendong off the glass, good. Jeannie Vendong with 2, she's got 7. And the defenders trail 49-46. Wesleyan basketball, left side Broughton. Broughton guarded there by Bleeker, gets a ball screen from Yost. Yost spins out of the ball screen. Now they throw it right side. This is Wilson. Wilson thought about the 3. She hit one moments ago. 10 seconds to shoot now for Dakota Wesleyan. Wilson off the dribble. Dordt switches out front. They throw it into the post. Nagel with the right hand. Missed it. No good. And the rebound is out of bounds, but we've got a foul called on Riley Rosenquist. Rosenquist whistled for her second personal foul. So first team foul of the quarter against Dakota Wesleyan, and Dakota Wesleyan's going to use the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. (49-46), Dakota Wesleyan leading by 3. Dordt has not led since the first quarter. Dordt tied it at 44. Wesleyan answered with 5 in a row. And that's where we stand right while Dordt answered then with a 2 moments ago to get it back to where we are right now. Harrison with the basketball. Harrison on the left wing goes to Vendong. Vendong out front, Hogendorn. Hogendorn with it. Elbow jumper. Good. Desta Hogendorn with a 2-point bucket. She's got 7. And the defenders trail 49-48. Wesleyan basketball. Person-to-person defense. Dakota Wesleyan. Estes on the bounce. Estes puts it up and good. Tough shot. Estes gets it to go over Vendong. 51-48. Defenders down 3. Sievers with it out front. Wants a ball screen. Vendong will give it to her. Sievers dribbling, still has the dribble alive, gets another ball screen, this time from Hogendorn. Bounce pass inside Hogendorn, 13 to shoot. Comes back to Vendong. Vendong, Harrison with it off the bounce, 8 to shoot. Harrison with it, back to Sievers, 3 for the tie, kaboom. 3-point basket, Macy Sievers. She's got 18, and we're tied again at 51. Wesleyan had an answer the last time Dordt tied it. Wesleyan basketball over to Broughton. Broughton with it. Broughton driving, right-hand side, picks up the dribble, throws it over to Nagel. Nagel gives it up, left corner, Estes. Estes with the basketball. 9 to shoot. Wesleyan will run the offense here. They'll dribble it out, Estes. Estes trying to spin into the paint. 10-footer, good. Estes with the 2-point bucket. Made that one look easy. She's got 9 on the turnaround in the paint. Dordt trailing 53-51 with the basketball. This is Sievers. Sievers into the paint. Sievers throws it into the corner. Bleeker down to the baseline. Gives it up to Vendong, and Vendong is blocked from behind. Rebound controlled by Wesleyan, and Wesleyan will walk it up the floor midway through the fourth period. Wesleyan will now set the offense. Wilson with it. Wilson with it in between the circles. Passes it left side Broughton. Broughton back over to Estes. Estes off the dribble. Estes off balance shot, good. Malia Estes, the junior, she's got 11. And the defenders trail 55-51. Back to a 4-point lead for Wesleyan. Throw it out front. Bleeker with the basketball. Bleeker into the corner. Harrison, 3-ball, got it. 3-point basket for Liv Harrison. She's got 9, And the defenders trail 55-54. It is such a long game. You can't let a bad stretch of possessions affect you. You got to have a short memory. And the other piece of it is the other team has to keep putting it up. They throw it right side. Estes. Back out front, Yost. Yost to Estes. Estes on the dribble. Guarded there by Harrison. Ball deflected, taken away by Hogendorn, and she's tripped up in the backcourt by Estes. Estes whistled for the personal. That's number 1 on her. Team foul number 2 against Dakota Wesleyan. Lems is back in. Hogendorn is out. Dordt trailing by a point in this low-scoring affair, 55-54. The possession so valuable as you get under 4 minutes left to go in regulation. And Dordt inbounds. Lems gets it into Harrison. Harrison with it across the timeline. Liv has it, throws it, high post, Lems. Lems, Sievers, Sievers, 3, kaboom! 3-point basket, Macy Sievers, 21, and Dordt leads 57-55. Their first lead since it was 8-6, and a blocking foul called on Macy Sievers. That's number 3 on her. 57-55. Now can the defenders get a stop and the basketball back? 3:36 remaining. Dordt down up 2. First time they've led since the early going. This is Wilson. Wilson with it. Wilson comes back right side. Rosenquist. 18 to shoot. They pass high post. Left side it goes. Wilson. Wilson on the wing. Wilson back right side for the tie. The drive. Shot missed. No good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers has the run out. Sievers on the dribble against Rosenquist. Stops. Puts it up. No good. Rebound Vendong. Vendong off the glass. Good. Janie Vendong with a 2-point bucket. She's got 9, and the defenders with a 4-point lead, 59-55. Cross-court pass, tipped, controlled, Wesleyan. This is Hayes. Hayes with it. Hayes with it, gets it back over to Rosenquist. 2:50 left to play. Rosenquist has it on the wing, 13 to shoot. Rosenquist wants to test the waters, into the corner. 3, missed it, no good. Rebound secured by Vendong, hands it off to Sievers. Macy with the basketball, and Macy Sievers will bring it up the floor. Macy Sievers with the basketball. Macy, nothing there. Harrison. Harrison high post, Lems. Ellie with it. Lems back over to Harrison. 2:20 left to go in the game. With it out front, Sievers. Sievers shaking left, comes back right, goes to Vendong. Into the corner, Smith. Brook, 3, missed it, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Lems. Comes over to Harrison, a fresh 20 for the defenders. Harrison with it. Harrison has it taken away by Rosenquist. Rosenquist with the steal. They pass it left side. Shot no good, but a block called on Ellie Lems. Well, there has been a lot of contact allowed both ways tonight. And with under 3 minutes to go, you'd expect that to continue, and it has. Now, the foul, that one egregious enough that Ellie Lems had to get called for the personal. So 2 free throws on the way for Dakota Wesleyan. First free throw off the heel and bounces through. And for Wesleyan, they needed that bucket. Stops the run for the defenders. Dordt was on an 8-0 run there. It's 59-56 now. 2:01 remaining. Second free throw on the way. This one's up and good. So a couple more points for Talia Hayes. 17 off of the bench, a new season high. And we've got a timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Students are thinking about God's good design for creation, and I think we're really intentional about having students think about what does this mean for you as you serve them. Although we offer them a very rigorous set of courses and expectations in the academic sense of social work, we also teach as intentionally and as rigorously as other academic programs, but have this fundamental and core foundation of who we are and why we're here.
(59-57) the defenders leading by 2. And Macy Sievers will bring the basketball up the floor. Sievers across the timeline, 1:55 and counting, 20 on the shot clock right now. They go to Van Dong. Van Dong spins into the paint, off the glass, good. Right-handed shot by Jeannie Van Dong. She's got 11, 8 in the second half. And the defenders lead 61-57. Now you want to stop. Pass goes over to Broughton. Broughton with the basketball, gives it up to Estes. Estes has been a thorn in the side here in the fourth quarter. Picks up her dribble this time. Harrison gets it. Well, Broughton with the pass, left side. Back over to Wilson. Wilson with it out front, 9 to shoot. Wilson looking for a lane to the basket, puts it up, and a reach-in foul called on Willow Bleeker. And that one felt like Maya Wilson might have gotten bailed out. She's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She is 0 of 1 so far. And if you're Dordt, you just got yourself in a bad position there if you're Willow. That's foul number 1 on Willow. Dordt leading by 4, 1:18 remaining. Free throw is up, and that one nestles through for Dakota Wesleyan's Maya Wilson. Wilson now with, I think I've got her for 8, if I can read my writing. 11. She's got 11 by my count. Cuts it back to a 2-point ball game, 61-59. 1:10 and counting ball game. Left side it goes, Van Dong. Van Dong, right side back to Sievers. Sievers bounce pass down low. Comes back into the corner, Harrison. Harrison doesn't shoot the 3 that time. 10 seconds to shoot. Sievers on the left wing, 9 to shoot. Gets a ball screen. Sievers into the paint. We've got a hand check called on Dakota Wesleyan. That foul's going to go on Estes. That's number 2 on her. Team foul number 3 on Dakota Wesleyan. And a fresh 20 for the defenders. That's probably the biggest development there, is now the shot clock goes back to 20. Got to take care of the basketball if you're Dordt. You're playing with a 2-point lead. Need a bucket here at the end of the possession. It's got to end with points somehow. Sievers has it out front. Dordt has 2 timeouts remaining. Sievers will hold it, 10 to shoot, 43 on the game clock. Sievers with it. Sievers, step back, triple, good! Macy Sievers, ice in her veins, makes it a 5-point ball game, 64-59. 5-point lead for the defenders, under 30. Wesleyan with the basketball, they've got to hurry. Wesleyan with it, they go right side Wilson. Wilson out front to Estes. Estes, step back, triple, off the mark, no good. Rebound, Hogendorn. Hogendorn with it, outlets over to Sievers, and Hogendorn is fouled in the backcourt, but not free throws yet for the defenders. Dordt will call a timeout, I would imagine, and will advance the basketball. So Bill Harmson thinking the same thing I am. Timeout, advance the ball under a minute. Macy Sievers, she's a gamer. Things can be not going right, but she is going to play the full 40 minutes. Macy tonight, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and a block shot for good measure. 37 minutes of play, just 3 turnovers. This time out, by the way, brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. I would imagine Desta Hogendorn is out of the game now. Dordt will check ball handlers and free throw shooters into the game. Wesleyan has to play for the steal here on the inbounds, and if they don't get it, they have to commit a foul, and Dordt will have a chance basically to ice it at the free throw line. There's a few chain of events that need to happen, though, some links in that chain. 1, you got to get the ball inbounded. 2, you got to take care of it because Wesleyan's going to come with heavy pressure. And 3, you've got to knock down free throws. But the defenders are playing with a 5-point cushion. Wesleyan can advance it into the front court on timeouts as well. They've got 3 remaining, so if they secure the ball, I would imagine they will call timeouts and will save some time and bring it up the floor. Jason Christensen right now has the ear of Jeremy Becker. Jeremy Becker, Kevin Schultz, and Jeff Westover. I thought they've done all right. This has been a testy game. They have been what you ask of every officiating crew to be, consistent. And they have done that here this evening. The Dordt defenders inbounding the basketball. Neither team, now the style of play has favored Dakota Wesleyan, but that is through nothing that the officials are doing. Throwing the ball in will be Brooke Smith. Smith throws it back over to Vendong. Vendong underneath, back to Willow. Willow puts it up, shot no good, but she is fouled. And Willow will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair and has a chance to ice it. 11.8 seconds remaining. Now Dordt does have a timeout remaining. That foul, by the way, went on Avery Broughton, and Riley Rosenquist and Jeannie Vendong got tangled up on the ensuing play and gave each other a slap on the back. Those are two hard-nosed players, and it's one where game recognizes game. Bleeker makes the free throw. She's got another one on the way. This one could ice it, and it will. Willow Bleeker, scoreless up to this point, makes it a 7-point ball game, 66-59, and the defenders somehow have worked their way to a 7-point advantage here. Timeout on the floor, charge to Dakota Wesleyan. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery product at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. 66-59, the defenders by 7 with 11.8 seconds remaining in the game, and the defenders, barring something catastrophic, will win this game. I always have to throw that caveat in because I've been around long enough to see catastrophic. Gets pretty hard to work this out, though. 11.8 seconds remaining. Wesleyan's basically, they've got to get, unless things get really squirrely, you need 3 possessions, and it just gets really hard to work the math out for that. Wesleyan will inbound. They need a quick basket, and then they need to commit a foul or get a steal. Ball is inbounded to Yost. Dordt's going to play relatively soft defense. Shot in the paint, no good. Rebound tipped, and it's controlled by Wesleyan. Off of the glass is Estes. Estes with the 2-point bucket. And Dordt's going to call a timeout. So Estes with the short shot. She's got 13. And the defenders lead at 66-61. And Coach Jason Christensen thought that his player got hit on the arm by Desta Hogendorn. She might have. It was in the paint, and those shots have been challenged all night. Foul call didn't come, but they did get a foul. They got a basket on the putback, and with 2.8 seconds remaining, Dordt calls a timeout, leading by 5. Dordt will have it in the front court. Basically, they got to get it inbounded, and that'll do it. So the defenders are going to run their record to 8-0, 4-0 in the conference. And next up for them on Saturday will be a game at Mount Marty on Saturday afternoon. And that'll be a 2 o'clock start time. Coming up, the Wireless World postgame show will be on the way. We'll see if Coach Bill Harmson makes his way up into the balcony area where we announce from. Ball is inbounded to Bleeker, and that's the end of the ball game. Valiant effort by Dakota Wesleyan, but for the Tigers, it's going to come up 5 points short. 66-61 the final. Dordt improves to 4-0 in the conference. Wesleyan falls to 3-2. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap of tonight's contest on the Wireless World postgame show right after this 2-minute timeout.
Welcome to the American State Bank Sports Complex. Let me show you around. So right now we're in the spacious head house of the complex. On my left here we have the concession stand, and then on my right here we have a seating area, whether that's for students, spectators, or fans to come and enjoy before and in between games. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Dome. In the Dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. So the Dome has impacted the softball team in a variety of ways. First, we used to practice during the winter months over in the rec center, but the limited space availability never really allowed us to hit our full potential, whereas in here, we can fit 2 full-size softball fields. We're also able to start games much earlier in the season. We have a range of equipment available here at the Dome, whether it's the batting cages, the soccer goals, or even a field goal available for the football team. It's a huge opportunity to have the space available to practice in the off-season, especially for our outdoor athletic teams. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes, it's for the entire community. Whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. The American State Bank Sports Complex will change not only how we practice as Dordt athletes, but also how we interact with the community as a whole. Thanks for letting me take you on a little tour. Hope you stop by soon.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day.
Dordt University's Christian perspective is thoughtfully and authentically applied in all areas of life. Live your faith in every area of life at Dordt University.
We're into the Wireless World Postgame show now. The Dordt Defender women find a way to win a 66-61 contest where Dakota Wesleyan, they gave Dordt everything they wanted and then some. It was a 10-point ball game at 44-34 in the third period, and Dordt, not much was going right for the defenders. Dordt, though, closed the quarter on an 8-0 run to make it 44-42. Dordt tied it at 44. Wesleyan answered with 5 in a row. Dordt tied it again at 51. Trailed 53-51 with 5 minutes remaining and was down 55-51. I think Liv Harrison hit a 3-point basket to bring it back to 1. And then the defenders got another 3 to make it 57-55. I believe that one came from Macy Sievers. And the defenders eventually extended it to 4, 59-55. Led by 7 at 66-59. Wesleyan got a couple of late points, and Dordt held on to the basketball, executed well enough down the stretch, and they win it 66-61. Let's roll those highlights on the Dordt Media Network. And Dordt was dealing with Avery Broughton. She was limited to just 2 points, though, in the second half, 8 for the ball game. Maya Wilson hit for 11 points, 7 points better than her average. She and Talia Hayes were the story of the game for Wesleyan. Liv Harrison, we talked about her knocking down a big 3. She ended with 9 points. Macy Sievers, the gamer, 3 threes in the second half, 24 points for the ball game. On a night where Dordt's offense was held relatively in check. And then she knocked down a step-back triple to put the game out of reach. And that's your final, Dordt 66-61. The defenders tonight, 25 of 50 from the floor, 50%, 7 of 16 on threes, 44%, 9 of 15 on free throws, 60%. Turnovers, Dordt had 15, Dakota Wesleyan had 18. Wesleyan out-rebounded Dordt 32-28, so the margin was narrowed in the second half. But boy, it has not happened very often that Dordt gets out-rebounded, but tonight, Dakota Wesleyan owned the glass. Wesleyan, 24 of 57 from the floor, 42%, 3 of 17 on threes, 18%, 10 of 11 on free throws, 91%. The defenders were led by Macy Sievers, 24 points, 8 of 15 from the floor, 5 of 7 on threes, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and a block shot, 3 turnovers. 11 points for Jeannie Van Dong with 7 rebounds and 2 assists. 7 points for Desta Hogendorn. She also had 5 rebounds. Brooke Smith, 4 points. 3 points for Ava Langeman. 6 for Ellie Lems with 3 rebounds. 9 points for Liv Harrison, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And Willow Bleeker ends with 2 points on a couple of free throws, and she had 2 rebounds. For Dakota Wesleyan, they were led by Talia Hayes with 17 points, 6 of 9 from the floor. She came in with a season high of 10. She ends with 17 this evening. 11 points for Malia Wilson, 13 for Estes. She got many of those in the fourth quarter. 8 points for Yost with 6 rebounds. Estes had 13 points and 5 rebounds. 8 points for Broughton to go with 6 rebounds and 2 blocked shots. The Dordt defenders win it 66-61. The defenders now 8-0 this season, 4-0 in the conference. Dakota Wesleyan 6-3 and 3-2. We're going to send it back now to the KIHK studios and the Dordt Media Network truck. Dordt Media Network, let's go ahead and restart the stream for the men's contest. Let's get that out of the way. And if Coach Bill Harmson makes it up into the balcony, our post-game interview will be a part of that. Right now, let's take a 3-minute break on KIHK.